Welcome back to Poetry and Police.
You got all I need. Let's make love like it's our first time. Oh, listen, Massive and crew, viewers and subscribers, followers. Listen, let me tell you this. I'm going to say something to you to this morning. This is my topic. Jamaica has too much police officers. Jamaica has too much lawyers. I'm telling you that. I never seen a country where everybody know what the police needs to do, or everybody wants to tell the police how to do their jobs. Officer Lego the man, officer this, officer that. Every time a police holds on to a person, or even once you hold on to a person and take away their liberty to move, that's an arrest. It's not charged, but it's an arrest. Police don't go around and arrest people without reasons. There has to be suspicion that there's offense has to be committed, some kind of breach. And you just jump up and feel like, say, you fit tell that police to take off him hand off of this man. One thing, Jamaica people have an old saying that dopey know who fi frighten. I'm gonna make this thing clear to Uno people. Uno people, when I was a police officer, you think nobody could have taken my prisoner from me? If a whole community tried to take my prisoner from me, the whole community will feel it. The whole community will be arrested. A matter of fact, Huntsby would not know if you hold people. They are telling you that. For obstructing police in the lawful execution of their duties. Police fling button per man and people vex. No, when people are resist arrest, the Queen give us a button and that is supposed to be used. Now, I will not tolerate any police who punch and box and kick people because that is not in the books. That is unlawful and that is assault. So if a police punch you, box you or kick you, then you have a right to report that police officer and get them arrested or sue the department. But if you breach and a police officer tell you if you move and keep on moving, come out of my space, move off of the crime scene, move off of this crime scene. If a police is arresting somebody and you feel like you get involved in order to obstruct the police in the line of their duties, then the police have a right to arrest you. And if you so resist, like you want to put up a fight against police, then the police have the right to fling back in your elbow and you need them. Plain and straight. No lick them in their head or their eyes, lick you in your knee and your elbows and by your foot them and by your hand them if you are resisting arrest, and the police have the right to do that. It is written. What I said, it is written. Part of the 10 Commandments. That is what I call the rules and regulations of Jamaica. It is part of the 10 Commandments. Now let me tell you something. Too much people, like how I started, want to feel like them are police and acting like them are police. And too much people feel like police officers are perfect. Nobody is perfect, including police officers. Let me tell you something. A lot of people, like I said, too much police in Jamaica. But nobody has ever, none of these people who classify themselves as police or act like they are police, do not have the cojones to go and do the training and take up the job of a police officer. The stressful, underpaying job of a police officer. None of them, the biggest mouth in Jamaica right now, who are not police officers, who seem to know what police officers need to do, and who seem to know what police officers are going through on a daily basis. Who seem to know the minds and the hearts of police officers. Why don't you go and do the training and put yourself in the shoes of one policeman for one day? In a volatile community like Seaview Gardens, like Riverton City, like Waterhouse, Riverton, Rima, Jungle and them place there. Could you do it? That is the question here. Can you do it and could you do it? Police officers are cut above the rest. Our minds are different. Most of us. Most police officers face not even just the society at large, Jamaican society at large, but we face demons of our own. The job is very stressful and a lot of police cannot cope with the stress. Some can, But some police officers do not have the psychological strength to cope. So when them go to a road, they know, and you disrespect them and tell them to go mother and all these things, them fling button all about all in your eyes them. Because they are human beings too. So do not escalate a situation that you cannot control. And let me tell you something, people. You have people who are troublemakers out there who go out there just to perturb police so police can beat them up and they can sue the government because they're looking free money. That's another part of the job. You will find those people. A lot of Jamaicans are troublemakers. Every community has troublemakers and village lawyer, and they're the same ones who are the biggest troublemakers in the communities. They instigate war. They instigate everything bad in the community. They instigate everything against police. And them lead all the roadblock them. You see me now? Whenever I go and I see where people are blocking road and being boisterous and riotous, I look for the troublemaker. And normally the troublemaker is easy to find the one with the biggest mouth. All mouth and no bite. You look for that one, and once you remove the troublemaker, then everybody will go home. So you look for the leader. Police officers don't just go and beat up everybody. Look for the troublemaker or the troublemakers, quote unquote. Now let me tell you something. Like I said, none of you know who out there now and criticize police on a daily basis will never put yourself in the shoes of a policeman. Has any of you ever been shot before? Or ever seen somebody being shot before? Or ever shot anybody before? Have ever unalive anybody before? What would have been your mind after these things? That's the question I'm asking you. What would have been your mind after these things? Yes. As a young youth, 21-year-old, I joined the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And I graduated and I went to Seaview Gardens, and trust me, I started seeing nothing but atrocities. And in the same breath, I unalive a person at 21 years old the first time in my entire life. Now, as a young man, we could call ourselves 21-year-old a child, because my son is 20 and he's still a child. It might be the same way. How do people cope with that? I cope with that. But could another person cope with it? Could another person cope with that level of violence, unaliving somebody so young, plus seeing other people being unalive, plus goes with all the trauma of the gas crisis? Could any of you deal with that? If you think you can deal with that, then join the Jamaica Constabulary Force. It is where all the stress begins. It is where all the trouble begins. I've never slept in jail until I became a police officer for doing my job. So tell me now. You tell me. When it comes to the job of a police officer, it comes with everything. Not just stress alone, but it comes with death. It comes with unhealthy mental capacity. It comes with psychological effects, negative psychological effects. It comes with a lot of trauma. The job of a police officer is a daily trauma. How many of you can deal with that kind of trauma? But yet, you come out on the street and act as if you are better than police officers, and act as if police officers are perfect and that police officers should not be able to make any mistakes and that police officers cannot make mistakes. And that is your biggest mistake out here on the street. That you believe that a police officer cannot make a mistake. A police officer is no more perfect than a regular civilian on the street. Yes, we are trained. We are trained. But we are also human beings. And not all of us. There's a few. Let me tell you something. Even the military now, a lot of people would love to join the Navy SEALs and all of these things. But not everybody has the psychological capacity to manage the level of trauma and the level of violence that come with being a Navy SEAL. Some people unalive the first person. You see how much people went to war and come back suffering from PTSD? Because they did not have the capacity to manage the kind of violence, the trauma. And you have police officers in Jamaica who are the same thing. They cannot manage that kind of trauma. They cannot manage that kind of violence. So guess what? Them turn mad people now. And them go to road and you tell them, go S their mother. Yes, they S their mother all over your face with them button. To be continued.